What up, y'all? Your boy is back. Y'all know what it is, Street Knowledge Podcast, man. We having a good run, man. I want to say shout out to everybody that's been holding us down, supporting what we doing. Giving us pointers with the podcast movement. Me and my producer Jack Beach been going hard for y'all, man. For real. And like I said, I want to thank everybody. And to all y'all newcomers, please subscribe. Hit that like button. And, send us a little cash app if you can. It's just so we can do things better, have better improvement around here. But we really appreciate y'all. And now I want to get into something that's been going on that everybody know, but it's just been different versions of it. It's the YSL case. I'm gonna get me a YSL personnel up here to keep y'all posted on what's going on. We don't want to get too in depth, but as y'all know, our podcast is the podcast that big people up. We don't want to tear nobody down and talk bad. Like it's been people out there saying they don't feel sorry for Young Thug and Gunner. And I guess, the whole other team with what's going on. But let's just say Thugger right now. Let's get into that. I got to be more real authentic about it. But why I say I feel sorry for him, because you got to understand this. The cats is young. We all was young. We all made mistakes. And we all was not thinking in the things that we was doing in the past. So, it should have been somebody that was out there to pull his coat. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he had big brothers out there that could pull his coat on what he actually is doing out there with his team, allegedly, if that's what's going on, which I hope it's not. I hope he innocent and come home. But if so, he's still young, and we don't know a lot of things when we're young. We blinded with when you don't have nothing and you come from nothing. From what I'm hearing, he came from nothing and turned himself into a humongous star. So, once you blinded by that type of stuff, man, it's like you feel on top of the world. And really, if he was out there thugging before he became a star, he probably never really seen no real jail, doing real jail time, to really understand, like, this ain't where I want to be. So he got caught up in getting money first and mixed it in with what he got going on. So, we should feel sorry for a brother that is in that predicament and going through what he's going through, if he's doing what he's accused, if he's done what he's accused of. Because he didn't understand the laws of the land, and he wasn't taught that. So we not taught something. We can't just turn our back and say, I don't feel sorry for him. We need to feel sorry for him. We need to feel sorry for our young cats that don't know no better. That's the purpose of this podcast. That's the purpose of why we tell y'all all the street stories that we be telling y'all at the beginning, so y'all know we been there, done that. So y'all understand it when we do tell y'all we been there, done that, and leave the street life alone if you're not ready to handle what comes with it. And jail is a part of what comes with it, as well as death. Which death comes with life, period. But, you quicker to get put in the ground when you one little mistake that you would make in this game, or you quick to go to jail with one little mistake that you make when you playing this game right here. So, like I said, it's we got all right to feel sorry for Young Thug, man. I don't wish jail on nobody. Like my brother Unique said, he don't wish jail on his own worst enemy. He don't even wish jail for the guy that snitched on him and got on life plus 26. He said he don't even care if he come home from jail. And that's very deep, because that was somebody that took him away from his family. So if a man could swallow that pill and say that, that I really had to analyze what my brother was saying, because I'm the type, like, a person trying to take me away from my family, I'm gonna want to do something to that person. But I sat back and thought about it. That type of life, that's how we used to live. We don't got to deal with that no more. But one thing for certain, the person that did try to take you from their family, they went, they did their little time behind the jail and tried to take a person down with them. Then they came home. Now they're going to live worse even being out here in the streets because they got to deal with people when they walk by whispering, there go the snitch. That's the snitch right there. That hurts. You got a lot of people who ain't going to want to deal with you. You're going to have some people that hang around them, but deep in their skin, they not comfortable. They not comfortable at all because that name travels a long way. It even travels down to your kid that you was a rat and sent somebody to jail. So yeah, you give a black person a chance to be back out here. Some people deserve to go to jail, like rapists, child rapists, killers, killing people for no reason, stuff like that. But a person that sell drugs doesn't deserve to get life sentences just because of the way that the system set the point system up in the federal penitentiary that make it to add it up for numbers. They turn it into a numbers game for the amount of years to take your life away from the streets. Not even selling a lot of drugs. And I just learned the information about the ghost drug thing, as y'all know, y'all seen in my other interview. And but me, my personal opinion, I don't think it's right that a brother stay in there that long, or a white man or a purple man. They go to jail if you did wrong and they caught you to the right. You go in there and you get rehabilitated. Go learn, take some classes, sit down. It's gonna make you figure out why you don't want to go through that life when you get back out. But it shouldn't take a person the rest of their life to die in jail and you never even caught the person with drugs, or if you caught them with a little bit of drugs that might, let's just say a kilo. What a kilo might cost, I don't know now, but just say $20-something thousand, or maybe $30-something thousand. 30 years for $30,000. So let's say that's $1,000 a year, or life. You like when you get life, you do 25 years and then you start going to see parole. So they got all the way up to the rest of your life to say, yeah, we'll let you out, or no, you got to come back and see us another year or two, or however that goes. So a person, it take them that long to rehabilitate a person? I really don't think so. Then if you don't catch him with the drugs, it's just because another man saying that he got drugs from you just so he could get out of jail. Y'all allow a person to do that? The government will allow a person to do that? Let's get back to the thug thing. So now all these guys is taking that plea, and he's still going to trial. That's deep. Because everybody looking at it like, man, he don't got no wins because everybody took the plea and said that they know about this and they know about that. But my theory to it all, how can you, as a prosecutor, let a man out of jail that you told you gonna give him 50 years if he don't take this plea right now? And now he's supposed to be believable, and I'm telling you it's a record label. YSL's a record label. But this man saying it's a game because you just told him you're going to give him 50 years. Now, what if you didn't tell him you're going to give him 50 years? You just say, yo, you're going to get a year or two, but tell us what you know. They probably wouldn't have told y'all nothing. Now, also, you telling this man, I'm going to give you 50 years, admit to whatever your wrongdoings and all the other charges that they charge with. Who says that this man ain't lying? Just to get out of the situation. Saying yes. And I'm not saying this to say that they ain't snitching or whatever. However it may go, however they call it, like dry snitching when you take that plea or whatever. But I'm just saying how the prosecutors don't know that these men just saying yes because y'all told them that they can go home. Just admit to all of this so y'all can narrow it down just to one man, because it's common sense. Y'all just want to get Young Thug to get all the time in jail and get rid of everybody else. But who's to say that the people that y'all questioning and asked those questions to and spanked them on the hand and sent them home. Even lawyers, they've been dissecting the case saying that they really letting people, them boys, get away with murder. If y'all charging them with murder, now y'all gonna give them probation and send them home? Y'all letting them go home and get away with murder. So now if they charged with something or have murders on their hand, what make you think that they won't lie on Young Thug taking a plea, or on it's not a record label, it's a gang? When y'all saying take 50 years, or just let us know if it's a gang or not. Say yes when I ask you these questions. What you think they gonna say? What make them think that these boys won't say anything to get out of jail? I went through this. Me and my co-defendant. In 1992, I get pulled over on the highway. I'm not driving. One of my co-defendants driving. They pull us over illegally in Salisbury, Maryland. When they pull us over, they take him out the car. The car was in my cousin's name. It was a rental car. They took him out the car. When they took him out the car, they asked him to sign a paper to search the vehicle. But by law, in Maryland, you can't ask him to sign no papers because he don't own the car. So by law, he shouldn't have never signed no papers, and y'all shouldn't have never asked him. But he signed the papers, which was stupid. But I guess he thought where the stuff was at, they wasn't going to find it. So, long story short, they take us downtown. I mean, they searched, they tore the whole car up, searched the car, everything. Searched it. The drugs was inside of a TV screwed up. The police officer, his name is Plunkett was his last name. They got the hood up. They unscrewing everything, unscrewing inside, unscrewing stuff, all tearing the van up. They look back. We sitting on the side of the police car. He sits back. I see him frustrated. He like, he looks at the TV. And back then it was the big bubble like TVs with the bubble back. He looked at the TV and he thought about it, and he went back to his car and he came back with another whole full tool set. Start unscrewing the TV. Unscrewing the TV. We on the side of the road. It's leaning on the police car, me and my two co-defendants. He got it unscrewed, cracked it, put it back down and said, "Oh, all right, man, I'm going to just give you your tickets. You sit in the car so I can give you your tickets, and then y'all could be on your way." And when they let the co-defendant that was driving get in the car, him and the other officer rushed me, rushed my boy, my other co-defendant, cuffed us, and start smacking 5. Yeah, we got it. They tried to play it off like they didn't see nothing in the TV. I knew once he lifted it up, it was in there. And I knew it was a wrap once he lifted it up. After they handcuffed us, they took him out the car, the driver, and handcuffed him. They handcuffed him and put him on the ground with us, and they continued searching some more. And he on the ground cursing them out. Yo, bitch-ass police. Yo, just going crazy on him. That white officer leaned over and told him, he said, you better shut the fuck up, for it'll be another Rodney King beating right here out on the side of this highway. So I'm telling him, yo, dog, be quiet. Leave it alone. Let's just get downtown, man, off the side of this road. And mind you, they pulled us over illegally, and that's what they was doing. I spoke about it before in one of my other episodes, but they pulled us over illegally, searched the car, found the drugs, take us downtown. Now, this is the part right here where it gets crazy, and we was young back then, but we kind of knew the game. You know, us New York boys, we was ahead of our time back then. So we know the game. But you can never still be sure. So, long story short, they take me in. No, they took my co-defendant first. The one that was doing the cursing them out on the highway, they never took him in the interrogation room and questioned him. They already felt he wasn't going to be no good to them because he was flipping. So they took my other boy, took him in the room, questioning him. Took me in another room, questioning me. They told him that I said that the drugs was his, and that I didn't know nothing about no drugs. Vice versa, they told me that Yeah, your boy over there saying that the drugs is yours. He was just getting a ride to go down and visit his family. This is what I told him. I said, I don't give a fuck what he told y'all. He's saying something to save his own life. I was getting a ride to go see my family, so I don't know what he telling y'all. So you wasting your time talking to me. And this was the police. The police said, listen, man. He dropped a sheet on the paper on the table. He said, we normally been getting, you facing 60 years. See it right here, it's in writing. You facing 60 years with this charge we got. He said the minimum we've been getting was 20 years for stuff that's way less than what we got y'all with. So, you let me know something, help yourself out right now with you and your friends, and then, we might go work something out. I said, I just told you, I don't know nothing. I got a ride. So you wasting your time talking to me. And he got mad and frustrated and told me, man, get the fuck out of my office, and sent me in the back. One thing I know for certain, you keep your mouth shut, you're always going to come out on top. Once I got back there in the cell, they brought my co-defendant in. And first thing he asked me once he walked in, he said, yo, man, you told him that the drugs was mine? Like, motherfucker, why in the hell would I tell him some drugs is yours, man? He was like, oh, nah. I said, they said the same thing to me. He was like, oh, I figured that. He said, but I had to ask you. I respected it. You know what I'm saying? But we already knew the game. They're going to separate you. Stand tall. Don't say nothing. One thing about people, they don't want to sit down and figure the case out. When you know you out there doing crime and you wilding out, understand when you go to jail, you got to know how to sit down and figure it out and wait. Them pretty girls at home and all that, if they real, they'll wait for you. But then it turns into every man for themselves. I'm getting up out of here if I can. I ain't sitting in here going through all these days. My girl might be out there with another dude. They start worrying about everything. Or Thug, man, he was looking at my girl funny. Or Thug, I needed him to pay a bill for me. And he ain't pay a bill, so while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and take this proper plea. And, they'll come up with all kind of stuff now when all y'all back there. And whoever the big dog is, they'll come up with a reason why they mad at him. So I just use Thugs as an example. But me and my team, we stood strong. We took it to trial. We sat in there for a whole year before we went to trial. For a whole year. Took it to trial. Blue trial. We took a judge trial. Blue trial. Still only got 5 years with all that bluffing and talking they was doing to us. So it's like, that's the name of the game. So, I don't know with what's going on with the YSL all the way on the inside. But I wish homie some luck. I hope he get up out of this situation. For real. I would rather him have to learn a lesson beating the case and being on the outside. Hell, even if he don't beat the case, I would rather him get probation and be on the outside. All that 20 to 30 years he facing, I don't wish that on him right now. For real. If all them other cats deserve to come home, he deserved to come home too. So that's not cool with what's going on. It's not cool that people say they don't feel sorry for him. You should feel sorry for him because the age bracket, he just wasn't thinking clearly. Everybody make mistakes with their thought process in life. And sometimes the way you learn the hard way be harder than, the way other people learn things. So, let's wish Thugger young Thug some luck on this one, man. And, I'm going to get into something else, Jax. We're going to get into a few things. Once again, stories that I speak about, me and my team, that we talk about, is not about bragging, about none of that. Nothing. I spoke about some stuff about Alpo in one of my posts, in one of my episodes, and somebody went on the comment. They went on the comment and said, Boosie, y'all dudes wasn't talking like that when Alpo was alive. and out here. And I'm not saying what I'm saying now to sound tough or drag Alpo name in the mud or none of that. I just want to let people know that how me and my team, we ride for what we believe in. So we did speak about Alpo when he was out here alive, and he was alive for a couple years after we spoke about it on the Queen's Flip. That's Gangsta Lou, my brother Gangsta Lou, and myself spoke about it, and I'm gonna give y'all a quick clip with what Lou said to Alpo and what I said about Alpo. And it wasn't in no disrespectful manner. It's about letting the world know what he did, why he did it, because he was saying of how and why he actually killed our bro Rich Porter. So I'm gonna give y'all a quick clip, and then we'll get back into some of this topic so y'all understand what I'm talking about. Let's go, Jax.
Which camera's on?
Right.
I want to look at the camera, and I want to ask you this, Poe. Who did you ever do something to? I'm talking about you. Like, it's a difference between a doer and a half-doer. I'm a doer. So when niggas run around running their mouth about what they gonna do to Lou and this, that, and the third, he was Boogaloo and all that, I think niggas been away too long, bro. I think niggas need to walk around and talk to some of these little young niggas that's running around here doing all the killing. Or walk in some of these yards and some of these jails that I done walked in, bro. And ask some of these niggas, man. I do this shit for real. I was doing it when you left, and I'm still doing it now that you home, bro. So when you talk about me, bro, be easy. Because this shit here is real shit, bro. I'm Boogaloo, yeah, but I'm definitely Gangsta Lou. The homie. Know that shit, bro.
So, yeah, that's just one thing. Wanted y'all to see it. It's time stamped on it and all that. This is not about trying to show nobody is tough or none of that. It's just speaking our reality of, the comments. So y'all don't have to do all these comments no more. So now I'm going to get into what I said when Alpo was living, and the timestamps is there and everything. Y'all not understanding what real reality is. But let's go, Jack. Play the clip.
Why do you take his reason for what he did to Rich? You heard it. We all heard it. Is that the true reason? Do you because that's his reason. He was there, so you have no choice but to believe him.
Not really, but back then, niggas was living off movies too. A nigga violate, you kill him, which was stupid. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that, and you don't kill nobody you love because they wouldn't tell you that they had some work for you. And you keep asking them to find out why you didn't tell them. That's why I'm asking you. I'm asking you because, nigga, I found out from so-and-so. Give them a chance to say, I ain't tell you because the shit was whack. I gave it back. Or somebody robbed me for it. You don't even know if he really had the work or if that other man was lying. So why would you automatically think your brother that you love was lying to you? And you just killed them because you thought that if he lied to me about something that simple, no telling what he'd do later on to me and take me down the road. You can cut him off before that ever happened to you. Don't fuck with him no more. But us knowing Rich Porter was getting his own work from everybody else. From Fritz. Now, if Fritz probably didn't give him no work, this is just me hypothetically speaking, if he wasn't giving you no work, he might have went somewhere else to get some work until his original connect got some work, right? Mm-hmm. So I can't see how Alpo was bigger than Rich Porter at the time. Rich Porter is that nigga giving you work. He was giving you work to go to DC, 100 birds to go do and sell in 1 week and come back. And so to answer your question, what AZ told me was he think that Alpo did that because while Rich's little brother was kidnapped, he gave Alpo the birds to go get the money, so when you come back, pay the kidnappers for his brother. AZ said that he think that Alpo did that to keep the money. You kill Rich Porter, keep the money, they're going to think the kidnappers did it. Killed Rich Porter. Because that's what was going on right then.
That's deep.
But how did people find out that? How did the assumptions come that Alpo did it? 'Cause that's why I asked Lou the same thing. But Lou said, I don't want to tell. It's gonna mess up my.
When we found out Rich was dead, I was a little nigga at the time, and I was in deep. So it was like we had to stay in because we didn't know where it was coming from, the kidnapper. So I had to stay in. I couldn't be out like that because we don't know where it's coming from.
Okay.
Me and a few other people that was affiliated. So when we found out Rich was dead, I came outside of my building and A was on the corner. A was like, man, I just seen a nigga Alpo, man. That nigga got scratches on his neck. That nigga might be the one that killed Rich, man.
Just like that.
That's what he told me out his mouth. Can't make this shit up. And see, I just wanted y'all to understand, this is for the cats that just feel like they want to say people is scared of Alpo and things like that. And nobody's claiming to be tough or nothing. We never know tough guys. Never. We just was known as the guys that if you bother us, we handle our business. That's it. We don't want no problems with nobody. We want to have fun. We want to chill. We want to travel. We want to go see things. We want to learn things. We got a certain age where we don't have time for them headaches. So for him to come home and stir the pot up and make our brother look bad after he took his life, that ain't right and that ain't fair. So it was only right for us to speak up. And I'm only giving y'all this lesson for y'all guys that will be under the captions or in the comments rather with the as if Alpo was Superman. I'm gonna give y'all a quick story. I know one of my homies from the Bronx. He was giving Alpo some work. And this was back in the day when Alpo was running the streets terrorizing, as people, was saying, terrorizing. And y'all wanted to hear Stan's story. Stan was AZ's best friend. Besides the one, Charlie C, that got killed in the house when AZ got shot up. But Stan was one of AZ's great friends. My boy from the Bronx. I ain't gonna say his name because he's living a good life now. He chilling, but he's nothing to play with. Never was nothing to play with. And only people that know. So I'm just giving y'all a story of how a lot of people wasn't scared of Alpo. But he was gave Alpo some work, did some business with him. Alpo didn't want to pay. Alpo disappeared. He coming around, he calling, looking for beeping Alpo, looking for him. Alpo not answering his call, not hitting him back, not letting him know what's going on. He was coming to our block, looking for him, seeing if he seen him. Going down to 132, the location what everybody talk about, around, where A would hang out. A had his spot at. He was going down there. Alpo wasn't around. Alpo, they probably heard that he was here. He just dipped out, left. But at this time, Stanley was hanging with Alpo at this time. So while Stanley hanging with Alpo, running around doing all this crazy stuff to people, and Stan was not no terror. He was not built like that, do nothing. He was a good dude. Stan was known as a good dude. And he was the guy that you could leave something at his crib and it's going to be there when you get back. Hold the money, all that type stuff. He was one of them guys. So he started hanging with Alpo. So long story short, Alpo still dipping out on my homie from the Bronx. Ain't giving him his money. Homie knew about where Stan be at. Guess what happens to Stan because of Alpo? Homie and them went and kidnapped Stan. Snatch Stan up, call AZ. Yo, where your boy Poe at? I need my money. Stan here. He ain't going nowhere until that money get back. So you can probably understand the rest of the conversation after that. So AZ being the good dude he is, that's his boy, that's his brother. He loves Stan. He wasn't going to let Stan get his life took because Alpo running around. See, Alpo was doing stuff and not being respecting protocol. A put you on. So you can't come around and be moving and doing the things you want to do to other people that's familiar or in the circuit with what we was doing. And when you did that, you did it not knowing you playing with somebody that don't care. He looked like he might be a good dude. He laugh, he joke and all that, but he's nothing to play with. So I'm sure y'all know these type of people. So they snatched Stan up and they called A. And I remember this day, brightest day when it happened. I see A running up in the building, going to his mom's house. I'm like, what's good? A, he was like, I ain't nothing. He ain't really say too much. He just dips in the house, go in the house, come out with a big bag, jump in his car, and pull off. AZ had to go and pay that tab to get Stan out of that kidnapping situation and all that. And like I said, homie ain't nothing to play with. But he play fair ball. He know Stan ain't had nothing to do with it, but he know when he gave that work to Alpo, Stan was with him. And see how Alpo put this guy in that place. So this is for all y'all Alpo lovers out there that don't know a lot of stories. He put that man in a situation and AZ had to go save that man. For real, for real. I'm going to give y'all another quick story. How I saved Alpo and Wayne Perry's life at the Apollo Theater on the backside of the Apollo. After the Apollo was over, we all leaving. Everybody leaving spurts. Everybody knew about the Wednesday nights at the Apollo. We used to go there every Wednesday. Anybody that's anybody from Harlem was up in there. You might have had a few other bros that come through, but you know it's popping. Later on, we'll probably go down to M&G's to get food and all that. But this particular night, everybody's going to their car. So I'm walking to my car. I see Alpo and Wayne talking to some girls. But really, Alpo was. Wayne was just standing there waiting for Po to finish. So as Alpo talking, as I'm approaching, I see somebody say something to Po, and it was the girl's boyfriend or whatever. And he said something to Alpo. Slick and some Brooklyn dudes. Long story short, Alpo said something back to him or whatever. I ain't know it's your girl and this and that, however it may go. So now Wayne Perry on his pivot right now. And homie was with his Brooklyn dudes. So one of the Brooklyn dudes was behind Wayne Perry. So Alpo was asked the dude, like, what's up, man? He knocked one out. Boom, straight knocked him out. Alpo knocked him straight out. Boom. Perry had I can't make this up. He had the Tech 9, the one with the banana clip when you could see through the clip. The brown colored joint, you could see through it. He had it like right strapped up with the strap around it. And Po stopped. And Po seen what he's about. Nah, he stopped. Nah, I got this. Told Wayne chill. But Wayne still in his pivot. Po squaring up with the other dude. He not going out. He's squaring up with the other dude. So as he's squaring up with the other dude, they fighting. They going at it. I see the Brooklyn dude behind Wayne Perry trying to figure out, should I pull a gun? Because too many people start walking around. He pulled the 38 out. See him pull it out. He right behind Wayne Perry. And then people start coming up more and more as the fight going on. He put it back in. He looking around, trying to figure out, trying to figure out when. He could have hit Perry. And I'm like, yo, Po. He looked back. I'm like, yo. He seen me do like this. He looked back. The police coming. The police was coming. I'm like, yo, the police coming, man. Come on. But I hit him on the side like, yo, my nigga, this nigga had the 38 behind your boy. He was like, say word. So I walks off because the police was coming deep. Somebody must have seen Wayne gun or either the guy that was behind Wayne gun. And I was standing next to Wayne and the Brooklyn dude that had the gun. He ain't know that I knew Po and Wayne. I didn't really know Wayne, but I used to see him with Po at spurts. But I knew he was with Po. That's Po boy. So we just walk off. I go one way, they go their way. I'm walking towards where the police was coming. As they coming my way, I go to the left, they go to the left. I go to the right, they go to the right. Somebody told them I had the gun. They grabbed me up, snatched me up, threw me on the car. I'm outside on 125th, between 125th and 126th. And they snatched my pants down and standing in my underwear. Searching me. Where the gun? Where the gun? I'm like, man, I got no gun. What are you talking about? They searched me. They ain't find no gun. They let me go. They start going, dispersing into the crowd, looking around. But somebody told them I had the gun, because that's how close I was to that situation. So it's like those are situations, man, that was when, I looked up to Alpo, man. Like, for real. So as y'all see on that clip, he said, and from stories y'all heard from Alpo, right? Y'all heard he say he killed Rich because Rich was lying to him about some work. So, I spoke about that on Queen's Flip, and I felt it was only right that I speak about it whether he living or was dead, because that's actually how we felt. Like, you did that, to make people think the kidnappers did it, and you kept the money. So that's why we spoke about it. We wasn't just speaking out of turn just because Alpo name is big and he's popular out here. We don't care nothing about that. We popular out here. But I'm going to give y'all another real quick story, man, before we leave. And we ain't going to be doing all this Alpo talking unless it's a real fact of a matter of why we might have to. Because that's our history, so I might have to say his name again with something. One of my friends might have to say his name again about something. So we're not here to glorify nothing once again. We're not here to get no shine off of Alpo name because he gone and nothing. I just wanted to clarify all this stuff for the guys that want to say nobody was talking tough when Alpo was here. We wasn't talking tough then. Well, maybe my bro Gangsta Lou was, because Alpo tried to assassinate his character like my boy ain't about his business. So he was just stating the fact. That's all. It ain't about trying to play tough or act tough. He was just letting them know, don't assassinate my character. But this is my point. So if he think that Rich did him dirty about some money and he killed him behind Rich back, how had him killed, befriended him and snuck him in that car, that wasn't gangster at all. But I'm going to give y'all another story with what he did, and nobody killed him. I'm standing on my block. I'm a young boy then. These is my big brothers, Alpo, AZ, all them, Rich Porters. I look up to all them guys. That's what made me want to, get me some money when I got older and do things, to do the things that they was doing. That's normally how it happens in the streets. We dictate what we see our bigger peers do. So he see me on the corner. He ain't had nobody. He needed somebody bad. I've been running with A for a while. I normally get in the car, go uptown with with A, get to work. Actually, this is how Alpo know that I was one of the guys that carried the work. Because me, him, and A went up to Dykeman one time. And A was getting some work. And when he got the work, he give me the work. And I'll walk as far as I can from that area as a little kid. Then he'll tell me to jump in the cab. I'll jump in the cab and he'll follow the cab to the block or wherever he need me to take the work to, and have the cab take me there. And always used to pay me like $1,000, $2,000, stuff like that. So this particular time, I'm just standing on the block chilling. I ain't doing nothing. It was early in the daytime. Alpo come through. He ride by. He on the uptown side. He see me. My building is on the downtown side, 723. He bangs a U-turn, jump out like, "What up, kid? What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing. I'm just chilling right now. And, it's early." He was like, "Yo, you want to make some money? Come roll me." I'm like, "Hell yeah." I jump in the car with him. I'm like, "Come on." Jump in the car. We roll uptown. We go to Dykeman. I don't get out the car. He gets out the car, go in the building, do whatever he did, come down with a bag, told me to come in. He was like, "Yo, there's 5 birds. Do the routine, walk a little bit. Once you get to where you get to go, then we'll grab a cab and all that." So we did the routine. Long story short, did the routine. He told me, he said, "Yeah, I'm going to give you 2 racks. I got you." I'm like, "All right, bet." So we do the routine. I walk up a little bit, just in case if the police was watching when he come out the building and, stuff like that. I walk, do the routine, get in the joint. He told me take the cab to my block and he'll take it from there. Take the cab to my block, get to my block, I give him the bag. Once I give him the bag, he was like, yo, he said, I got you. I'll be back. Don't worry. I got you. I was like, all right, cool. You know me, I'm the little young boy out of the team. And I give him the bag, he leave. I'm thinking, you know, I can trust him. He's a man of his word. No Alpo come back. No Alpo the next day, I don't see him. No Alpo the day after that, I don't see him. So now I'm frustrated. I tell, hey, yo, man, Poe had me carry some birds for him. Poe told me he's going to give me 2 racks. Well, we ain't say 2 racks back then. Told me he's going to give me 2 G's. I ain't seen or heard from him. He's like, all right, I'm going to check it. I'm going to talk to him about that. Still ain't hear from no Alpo. Ain't seen him. A ain't mentioned it no more. Poe disappeared. I guess it just faded out that I didn't get my money. Now, my point to this situation is, what if I'm mad at this man for not giving me my money? And I see him somewhere and I don't even want to talk. And I want to take his life for what he did to me for my little bit of money. So my whole point is, why would you take your brother Rich Porter life if you really loved him because somebody told you that he gave him work and now he ain't telling you about it? And you're going to ask him 5 times. That story doesn't even make no sense at all. It's impossible that happened. But I'm just pointing out of a bunch of little, moves that was dirty that Poe did. And this is for all y'all Alpo lovers out there. Y'all have your own opinion and to love and like who you want to. But a person that like another person that did dirt and is out here on the record what he did dirty to people. You know what I'm saying? So, that ain't the way we need to move. That ain't the way y'all young boys need to be doing. You don't take your friend nowhere and kill him. So don't listen to that stuff that you heard from Alpo like to glorify that or even try to dictate moving like that. Y'all don't need to. Please don't go out there and move like that and harm one of your friends that you might love. And then now when they dead and gone, you saying the biggest regret that I ever regret was killing Rich. Please don't be the person that have to say the biggest regret you did was killing your best friend. Because, you thought he was going to take something. Please don't kill your friend because you know that he got something somewhere, only you know about it, and you just let greed take your friend or let you take your friend away from here, out of, from his family, and put him in the ground just for some money. Because money is always made to be made, and it's made to be lost. You will lose money. Now the money, if you lose all that money when you took a life, what will it all mean? Now that man in the ground, you ain't got no money no more. I ain't even saying you went to jail for it. You just broke walking around here and you killed your friend. Somebody that loved you. Somebody you loved. What we get out of that, man? I would never sneak my friend for no money. I don't care how much money he got or what it is. I want to earn mine. But don't get caught up in that world, man. That world we was living in was crazy, man. Crazy. I got a bunch of stories to tell, but I just want y'all to understand those stories, and I want y'all to understand Street Knowledge Podcast is to uplift people and shine the light on people. The face Diddy, they had a bunch of controversy with all them going back and forth with each other 14 years ago. When they heard and seen the promo to his episode, a lot of his peers thought that it was going to be a bunch of negative talking, crazy talking. And guess what? A lot of them called me and said, bro, that was the best interview ever. Face is a whole different person, man. Damn, I apologize for me even thinking wrong. And just different people was coming at me. And I'm letting them know I'm here to report the news. I'm not here to do no tearing nobody down, even if somebody did do something wrong. I ain't getting into all that. That's not what this podcast is about. We trying to uplift, show people where the dirt and the grind come from, and where you will be in that mud, in that jail, in them bricks, if you stay doing whatever you think you can, doing and get away with. So that's what this is all about. It's all about us shining, man. Like my partner paid in full movie, you shining now, B. And I ain't talking about the chain. I want everybody to shine and get their flowers while they living. If y'all could teach me something, because that's what it's all about. For real, leave some comments and give me some new. I could take constructive criticism. I don't mind. I'm human. I want to do better. I want to be able to do better so I could give y'all information so y'all could do better. You know what I'm saying? And I know this ain't going to reach the heart of a lot of other people. It's going to be some haters still comment. I ain't mad at you. That means you still paying attention, man. I mean, you still, supporting me, whether it's good or bad. I don't care. What y'all do don't make me or break me. I don't lose no sleep at all. But I do this for my team. I do this for my family. I do this so I can leave behind a legacy. And I do this actually for kids out there in the street that I don't even know. Hopefully, if 20 of them see what I'm talking about and understand, if I reach one of them, I'm doing something right. And somebody else going to be sitting in this seat after I do and give y'all good information all the way until we can reach all the kids. If it actually everybody stop doing the bull crap and the kids stop killing like it's a sport, then we'll have to move on and talk about other things in this seat. For real. So, I just thought I'd give y'all that. I want to shout out to everybody supporting Street Knowledge. We've been having fun so far, and the Street Knowledge Report is coming. We're going to keep y'all enticed with good information. We're going to keep it coming to y'all, something real quick. And, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit the notification button so y'all get these things first. When we drop them, y'all already know about them. And
share.
Please share it. Please share. Without y'all, won't be no me. And we rolling, man. Street Knowledge ain't going nowhere. We going to the top. And real quick, this bottle right here, this is my brother Dame Dash Dusco wine, the Dusco Blue, that y'all be seeing on the table. A lot of people know about it. We about to bring it back to the light. So y'all hit Dame up, man. Tell him, yo, we need that wine. It been selling out. For real. Hit at Dusco Poppington up. Hit at Dusco Poppington on his IG and tell him Boosie sent you. We need that wine, man. So, when we first brought it out, put it out here on the market, man, it been going crazy. So, it's been selling. So, we about to get y'all a fresh batch of that. And I think we're going to pull that Dusco whiskey back out. I've been talking to Dame about that, man. For all my big bosses that like that whiskey, that want to drink some whiskey and smoke a nice cigar. We doing things on boss status. That's what we doing, man. Oh, yeah, I can't forget my brother, G-Head. This G-Head. This is the, this joint right here. This is the Respected Throttle my brother gave to me. This what we doing. We highlighting everybody, man. We bringing up the clothing line. So, you need some of this apparel. My brother G-Head got it for y'all. The website should be up soon if it ain't up already. But go to respectthethrottle.com and it should pop up. And he got different things. He got the hats. He got everything. My brother book, Unique's book, y'all know about that. Aurora up in Harlem. He makes sure y'all know about that. a row up in Harlem. We out here team working, man. We ain't playing with y'all. We out here team working, man. What you want to say, Jax, before we leave, man?
I'm just happy, man, that, you got the word out, about what's going on with Alpo and everything. You played a critical role in that back in the day, man, and you was a consultant on the movie that everybody's so wrapped up in. So I don't even know why people would even try to challenge some of the things you say. It's brainless to me. But, as long as you got me here to pull up, technical facts and videos, timestamps, you going to have your receipts and everything like that, big bro. I got your back 100%. Because I'm going to stand with what's real until I'm gone. So.
Big dog stuff, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. And see, we team working. I met Jax years ago at Balboa Studio. This is another true story. The Balboa interview should be coming soon. Or if y'all might see it before this one, at least y'all know I met Jax at Balboa Studio, and Balboa disappeared because they tarnished his name saying that he snitched. And, he kind of went into like a depression. That shit is real. You don't do that. Say nobody snitch and make them feel bad so you can feel good. That's fucked up. But my thing is, I met Jax at his studio years ago. When Balboa disappeared, some kind of way, me and Jax got back together. We done been together. He done left, went to L.A., working with a lot of big superstars and movie stars over there. And then he comes back over here, and me and him clicked. And now we lighten up this Street Knowledge podcast for y'all, man.
Back.
And that just shows you how God works when you stay being a real person and keep it real with everybody. That goes for him and for me. Yeah. We team working. We need each other. And that's what we building as far as building to put information out there for the kids to understand what teamwork is. So he behind the scenes, but he chimes in here and there if it's something important. But we still want the kids to understand, like, you ain't gotta be in front of this camera to be a part of it. We make this thing happen together, and we gonna keep y'all rolling, man. So don't forget, subscribe, share, hit that like button, hit the notifications button, and please, if you got a cash, if you find it in your heart, Cash App us, whatever. Like I said, nothing is too big, nothing is too small. Cash, 25 cents, 10 cents, it don't matter. We gonna do this for y'all, man. So your boy Big Boosie, I'm signing out, man. See y'all on the next episode. Jax, let's go.